Okay. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we ready to go? Are we live? Yeah, we're live. Hello, my friends. So we're back on the Made with Switcher Studio app. They've extended my trial period, and I was going to go on earlier the last couple of days, but it it's just been raining and raining and more rain. The rivers have begun to flood in this part of the world, and the rain won't stop. I don't like taking my electronics in the rain at all, especially my cinema cameras, even though they said they are, what do you call it, protected, water protected. I don't believe that. Just want to show you this, how this river has started to overflow. This is the bridge that I cross every day. I'm telling you, this bridge is a piece of work, and hopefully it doesn't go down while I'm on it. But let's do this live stream here. Looks kind of peaceful. All the waters become brown from, well, it comes out of the mountain and it gets brown quickly because the soil underneath it, the sand mixes with it and it gets all like nasty. Like, it's very strong. If you fall in, you're a goner, unless you're like an Olympic swimmer. Yeah, so Switcher Studio app gave me an extension, another 15 days to stream with their app, to try to get me to pay their $450 a year. I'm going to talk to them about getting that price down for what I use it, the kind of stuff that I use it for. It's made to take on like nine people, to have them like pop in the screen here. Where is it? Here, 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 here. But I don't need 9 people. I don't need anybody except myself. Look at that beautiful brown water. Govan Brown. That's a little joke from my daughter. I'm sure she's giggling right now. Want to wish her a lot of luck today. She's doing, I think, her final exam for the year. I'm not sure of that, but she's doing a major exam. Dark clouds. This bridge shakes even when Poppy walks across it. Got all these holes in it. And it's all bent. Let me show you how bent it is. Shouldn't be bouncing up and down on this thing. I have a feeling one day it's just gonna and fall apart. Hopefully I'm not on it. I love the river. Whether it's brown or shallow, totally clear, something about the river that's it's spiritual. We got a lot of wind blowing, so hopefully this microphone is holding out. There we go. Whoa, lots of shaking. Isn't it beautiful though? I mean, as a photograph, look at that. The old bridge, the greenery. That's really something. Hmm? Good girl. She's a great dog. I gave her a little bit of a shave there. Keep those ticks off of her, even though I give her special tick stuff. The ticks here are like mountain ticks. They're like Superman ticks. So I shaved her down a bit, and then before we get in the car, I brush the ticks off her. Literally like 30, 40 ticks. It's disgusting. Especially when they land on me. When I lived in Brazil, I got a couple of tick bites, and I went back to Canada to pick something up, and there they quarantined me after they took the ticks out. And that was fun. Today, it's warmish and rainy. And just a little while ago, it was like snow everywhere. Here's a little video of the snow. I'll walk out of my place, and it's just totally snowed in. Yeah, I'm not so crazy about the snow. I don't even like taking photographs in the snow. It could be a beautiful thing, but I'm like, it's cold. Thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate it. I love this thank you for watching sign. It's so goofy. If I go with these guys, I gotta change this. And then last week there was a quick candid moment. So I'm sitting in my car and this happens. Let's watch it again. I got a kick out of it. So I sit in the car. Keep that camera off. That guy that you just saw, he's basically, he fixes stuff around the village, and he's one of the 4 grave diggers that they have here. And also, they've been doing a couple of films here. They've done Bollywood films. They've done films from Russia. They've done films from yeah, a couple of places. And I got him. What do you call it? So they called me up from the production. Said, "Hey, can you find us some extras?" I'm like, "Okay." So whoever's left that's alive, I can show you. And anyway, they used him. They dressed him up in a suit. They put a mustache on him, and what else was it? They he looked like he played a bank manager or something like that, and he was like such a hit with the film people. And I'm like, wow, from grave digger to movie star, or movie star extra. I was pretty happy for him. And he's got grandchildren that saw the films, and they're like, "Wow, Grandpa from the village is like a rock star on film." So the kittens. So like I said, the cat, the barn cat. She's not mine, but I feed her all the time, and she hangs out with Poppy and I all the time. And So she had kittens right in my house. Three kittens, one died, and now they're starting to move around. And right next to my window inside the dining area, the dining area where I eat, I call it the séparé, the separate. They love hanging out inside the window. Look at them. What a couple of characters. I got to get the cinema camera out on those guys. They're so sweet. Got to find them a home. And if I don't find them a home, they can hang out with me, but everyone's getting fixed from now on, even Mama Cat. This is ridiculous. There's no control here in the village. Like there's like, you know, they're just going at it like crazy and doing their animal thing. But after, like, you know, we have stray cats and stray dogs, and people actually drive by with their cars and dump their dogs. That's like terrible. Ugh, I'd like to get the license plate of some of those people. Anyway, they come inside between the two windows and they're like, "Hey, what's happening here?" So cute. I went to a party, a small get together, and a couple of women there. They asked me like, "So basically, what do you do on social media?" And I showed them some of my live stream, and they were watching. They were mesmerized with Lela the horse. So while they were looking at it, I just had to get a shot. City folks at the village checking out Lela the horse from my village here. It's a sweet photograph, you know. It makes what how do I feel? How do you feel when you show your creator stuff to people when they watch it and you watch them? It's a weird feeling. It's like it's almost tense on my end, you know. And I try not to speak. That's one thing I'd like to share with you young photographers is that when you show your portfolio to an art director or whoever, a client, do not talk while they're looking at your photographs. Because I remember when I started out, I was like, and this is this, and this is that, and da da da. And an art director put my book down and said, "Do you want me to look at your book?" I said, "Yeah." "Well, then shut the frick up." I was like, oh, yeah, okay, I learned my lesson. But it's hard not to comment. So you wait for them to ask you a question. Like, "Oh, where did you shoot this?" You give them a short answer. Short answer. Let them concentrate on your photographs. People can't concentrate on your photographs when you're talking constantly. And they're not giving it full attention because they're like trying to be polite to you, those who are, and you know, trying to look at the photographs at the same time. You need to shut up, and it's really hard. And let them flip the pages. Now, when I say flip the pages, in there's two kind of worlds, I guess, showing your photography. There's a digital, show your photography digitally, and there's another world where you have a really fancy book made, like a portfolio book, that goes from art director to art director, and they have portfolio days. I'm not even sure they still have that actually, but from what I understand, they do want to see portfolios, and they pick a day and they just go through the stuff. If you're lucky enough, they call you in I can't remember the last time that happened to me, but I used to do it all the time. And they would say, I looked at your portfolio. Okay, and let's talk. And that's the part where they always went through the portfolio again, as if they're like, let me just double make sure that this person matches these pictures or something. I don't know. But yeah, so when people are looking at your photographs, go silent, as silent as you can be. And this shot of these two women looking at my live stream, I was dying to say something like, oh, and then there's, I do this because this and blah 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 and this and that and da 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 and I da da. No, shut up. So I was quiet, took the shot, and uh, put my camera down while they looked. And they watched the whole live stream of Lela, the horse. And I was like, I just wanted to like jump out of my skin and go, oh yeah, and what do you think of this? And what do you think of that? I was like, shut up, don't say anything. It was a good exercise of control. Nice ladies, very nice ladies. So when I'm live streaming, I'm trying to put it all together for myself. Like I come down here in this part of the village that I've been documenting for 3 years. And I like to show you nature, and I like to sort of get a little bit of peace. Peace for you, peace for me. And I really enjoy it. But at the same time, I want to show you my work from the past. I want to show you the work that things I've learned, things I've learned from photography for over 30 years, stuff that I could share. And it's not just f-stops and all this technical stuff that you could learn off of YouTube. There's lots of that, but I wanna, I would like to give you what I learned in those years, and that's wisdom. That's a tough one to get from photographers. First of all, most of them that have done their like 30, 40 years, 50 years, they're like, I'm done. I don't want to, that's it. I'm not sharing anything with anybody. And I don't believe in that. I believe in sharing because the cosmos, God, whatever you want to call it, it's been good to me. And and I want to give back. I want to give back where you could learn something and use it for yourself. And one day you'll give it back. You'll pass on the torch. So these live streams um, that I'm doing, they're they're not really defined. Can't really say, oh, it's just this. So I like to share nature, beautiful nature, and share some stories about photography and and photography wisdom. And speaking of rain, there's a couple of shots that there's a couple. Whoa, this whole bridge is shaking. Whoa, puppy, easy there. Um, Speaking of rain, so I got some shots of my favorite shepherd. There he is. This was shot, I think, about well, when we had the first round of rain. And there's my shepherd guy. He's watching a sheep and goats. There's no goats in the shot, but they're in the background. And he's kind of half soaked. And I thought, look at him. He's out there every day with his barn animals. And they're munching away. And I thought, what commitment. There's no like, oh, I'm not going to go out because it's raining today. He's out there every day. And when I got a closer shot of him, I know, can I do this on here? No, I can't. I can't really expand the picture while it's there. I need to talk to them about it. So his his umbrella is like a regular umbrella, but it's being held. The stem of the umbrella, you know, the part that goes around and goes into the umbrella, it's literally a piece of wood. And it's like there is no money around here to waste on umbrellas, fancy umbrellas, new umbrellas. The stick, the wooden stick, stuck into the umbrella will have to do. I don't know how well it's doing because the man looks drenched, but I thought it that the picture just wowed me. And now we go from Shepherd in the Balkan Mountains. That's in a country called Serbia on the border of Bulgaria, just north of Greece, beside. Did I say Bulgaria? It's right next on the border in Bulgaria, just north of Greece, and on the side of Italy, and just underneath or above or underneath Europe, Austria, and the rest of those countries. So we leave the Shepherd. Okay, trying to leave the Shepherd here, and that's how we leave the Shepherd. And we go to rain in New York City. That's this shot. So I did a lot of work in New York City. I actually made my photo name in that city. I worked for back again. I keep talking repeating this, but yeah, I worked special assignments for CNN. I worked. I was the last life photographer photographing Manhattan, and this was one of the pictures from that what was it 8 month that I think it lasted about 8 months, that assignment covering New York City for the Life magazine brand. So I just shot literally from the hip, but this one shot it did really well. So it's raining, it's New York City, it's dark, it's noisy, it's not as romantic as everyone thinks, but okay, that's what it is. And as I pass by this doorman, and when it's raining, the doormen play a big role in their job. They wait for the people that live in their building, and they hold up the umbrella, and they make sure they come, you know, out of the building and they stay dry and into a taxi, or they come out of a taxi and get into the building, and the doorman holds the umbrella. And these um, doormen, uh, most of the doormen that I've seen in New York City, they're like from South America, different places from South America and Mexico, and they're so sweet. They have such a nice smile, and they're like New Yorkers. They're New Yorkers all the way. But this shot is like the faceless doorman, and that umbrella. It's not because they're standing outside in the rain, but they're doing what doormen do. I love this picture. All you see is his little ears and that doorman hat, and that they always have like strange doorman quotes, but okay. And that big black umbrella and the dark sky behind it, and you can't really see it, but across the street is Central Park. The doorman. There we go. So today we're about to get some more rain. Yeah, look at those clouds. And this bridge, every time Poppy crosses this bridge, it shakes really badly. Hello, Poppy. So we got some nasty clouds coming over here. And I'm going to call it a day and want to thank you all for dropping by. And thank you for watching the replays. The replays are doing well. So wishing you a great day and